you can use text chat with her together, and she gives you landmarks if you ask for clothing, or which are the, we just try to cover the first things people want to do in such a world. How can I change my avatar? And so they ask for where do I get clothing, and then she gives you a landmark.
Ah, yes, I see. And if you are desperate, click here. So we could click there.
And if you click there, you actually send a message to our admin channel in Discord, and we can reply to you by just using Discord. So we don't have to be online in the grid. We get a message Discord channel, and I can reply from the Discord channel.
I see. And let's see now. We've got some panels here, and I see one that says "Let's go boating." So I'm guessing if I clicked on that one, I would get to a place where I could go ride a boat.
Yes, and it always brings up a menu first, so it does not teleport you right away, because this could confuse people. So if you click it, it brings up a menu which shows you which asks you what you want to do.
Yeah, because they're inexperienced and they're not used to the idea you could suddenly, almost instantaneously, be somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, they ask themselves, why did everything change around me? And they have no idea why.
Yeah.
And but the term teleporting is pretty common.
Oh yes, and
also.
everybody's going to grasp the notion. It's very much like they have been accustomed to on Star Trek many years ago.
Correct. Oh, are you a Star Trek fan?
Oh yes.
I am too. I love Star Trek way over Star Wars. It's,
Well, of course, I started on Star Trek. I go back to the original Star Trek. But now let's see. Let's go into it. I just found a thing here that says multimedia teaching plays, and it says interactive. And I'm seeing it says video, music, voice, a whiteboard. What would I find in those places?
Let's go there.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, there's one place with all of those things?
Yes.
Okay, no, let's don't go there yet, because there's lots of other stuff to find out about right here.
Okay.
And we could go to any of these places, but let's see. Okay, there's a fly a helicopter. So that's a device, an object that I could fly in.
Right. You can fly over the whole grid. We made the crossing pretty easy, and you can also I think up to 4 people can sit in the teleporter, though you can do it with your friends together. And the teleporters always renew when they are once one teleporter is taken, one helicopter is taken, it takes like 30 seconds, and then we res a new helicopter. And when you get up, the teleporter becomes temporary and gets deleted from the grid, so you don't have to worry about littering or anything else.
That's beautiful. That was actually a plan that I conceived of many years ago in Second Life, because you can't really travel very well across sims in Second Life. And I thought I didn't do it. I thought about it, and I knew how. I knew how I would do it, but I didn't want to spend the time programming it. Let's go over to some other of these places.
Yeah. Sure. So this is Avatar Island. This is the place where you have all the things what you need for clothing, shoes, hair, tapes. And we also we had to make a second place, because this place is more like, let's call it like a big hippie flea market where you can get all the things for free. For the newer users, we have this thing. This is maybe interesting for you. It's how to customize your avatar in 5 steps, and it provides you with, I think it's 20 ready-made avatars that you can select from and you can wear right away. And
then you can customize those.
Right, and you can go there and just wear some. If you like to, we can go there.
No, let's don't. I don't want to do that now. and I want to cover all of the places we've got here. Start a new resident tutorial.
That's what we actually just did. Yeah, the new resident tutorial that in the excavation that brings you there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and this new start the tutorial means we would start seeing the tutorial somewhere. Maybe we would.
You would teleport to the place where we just came from.
Okay.
And get to this big skybox, get the hut attached, and then you can go from there.
Oh, I see. That's the one we were already, the new resident tutorial.
We already did, yeah.
We already did. Okay, that I see. So because of course some people might come here instead of coming to the place where we could have done.
You know, some people also accidentally skip it, and then they are lost, and then they can go there and just click there and get there. This is a huge maze that we built into a big pyramid. And we also try to have some places that are interactive where you can have some fun or you are challenged at any way.
Mm-hmm. Is this maze a simple maze in the topological sense?
It's a difficult maze. It's really.
I know that. I'm thinking about topology tells us that if it's a simple maze, I can get through it simply by sticking my hand on the right-hand wall, or the either one of them, and walk. And if I don't ever take my hand off, I will get through the maze.
That's right. We follow this conception with that. It's not so confusing that you get completely lost, but it's still difficult to get through. Yeah. And it also is a kind of a little demo of our, we have an in-game creation system where if you have any educational games that you can rest some things, we provide the teachers with, and they can simply make their own game without any programming knowledge. Just by resing some items and configuring them over an internal note card in this item, and
those items have questions. For example, questions.
Correct.
And you check you can validate the answer.
Correct. And they check if you have the right answer, and then you can go to the next station.
Yep.
And you can also fork different things, so they can go 2 ways or so, however you want it to do. It's pretty versatile, and you.
Mm-hmm. So you're actually creating what I've been calling in my blog the digital teaching assistant.
Yep.
And basically, that can take off a lot of the routine load from the teacher.
Yes, it can. And also it allows you to gamify your teaching a little bit.
That's right. And also lets the teacher, lets the students come in on their own time if the teacher doesn't have to check them.
Yes, and that was the main purpose, that they can do it first in their own pace and when they have the time for it. Because you might not, already that U.S. time and European times, they differ up to 9 hours.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it was very difficult to go to most of the events on the Open Sim Fest because they were for me like 3 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And if you got a job, you are pretty screwed to get up at the mid of the night to go to an event. No one will do that.
No, and of course, there's no reason, if the student is getting practice, there is no reason to be supervising the student. It's only when you have to only when you have to certify the performance that you need to be.
And even with the system, we can there is a little add-on that can save the results of the student in a database where you can recheck, did they do the whole course or didn't they not do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could still cheat by, I don't know, by somebody giving you the answers or so. It's not a certified exam system.
That's right.
But you get an idea as a teacher. Did they follow the instructions? Did they understand what they had to do? Did they go to the place, or did they have the right answers? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and I mean,
also,
even if you
you're going to,
Yep.
if you intend to give them a certificate, if they need to be certified, and they may not need it at all,
yeah.
but if they need to be certified, you are going to give them some sort of certification exam separately. And you can do that with all the validation checks that you need to do.
Right. You have the validation checks before, and then you can still do a final checkup or final exam where you really have them under exam conditions.
Well,
to
actually,
check them.
what I would favor would be, okay, after you've learned all this, come in and talk with the professor.
Yep, that's what I think. Yep.
And I will talk with me if I were the professor, and I will ask you some questions, and I will be able to tell whether you really learned everything. Now, the way to learn everything is to go through all these exercises until you are able to do them cold.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And next floor we have what I call more the social or not so important things for the grid. Here, down here we cover all the basics.